Hey everyone, Dr. Maria Sampoulos here today. I have the pleasure of having Daddi Fadel, optometrist in Italy, worldwide known optometrist for her contact lens expert in scleral lenses and other lenses as well. Thank you, Daddi, for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me in this in your program. So definitely, I'm very happy to do the interview with you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have strong women all over the world promoting other women in optometry as well. And just for those of you that don't know Daddi, she has a private practice in Italy. She is the founder and head of the European School of Scleral Lenses, editor in chief of the Journal of Contact Lens Research and Science, global ambassador, British Contact Lens Association, program chair for the Summit of Specialty Contact Lenses, and then also recently started GLOW to help unite women all over the world in optometry. So welcome, welcome. It's such an honor to have you on, and so inspiring to see all the great things that you're doing in the industry.
Thank you so much.
So first, we're just going to talk about optometry in Italy. I think it's super important that we all learn scopes of practice, what's going on all over the world in optometry, because I think it affects all of us as we try to move the needle forward in optometry. What does optometry look like in Italy?
Well, optometry in Italy a little bit, from my point of view, a little bit disappointing because optometry in Italy is not recognized as a profession. So when I started studying optometry, it was a school outside the university, the college, and unfortunately, now we are about 20 years now we have it in the university, and we have about 10 university all around the country having the course of the optometry under physics, and this is a great achievement that we had during these years. However, optometrists getting out from the university, they don't have great opportunities, so they need to go and work in optic shops, and having an optometry certificate from the university doesn't give you something more to do in an optic shop, because when I do it, you had to do optics and then optometry. So you can avoid doing optics, go immediate optometry, but doing only optometry, it doesn't give you so many capacity in doing things in the workshop, in an optic shop. So for example, a child that go and decide to do optic schools from the in the high school, he can open an optic shop. An optometrist from the university cannot open anything because it's not recognized. So this is a little bit disappointing for optometry students when they finish their course at the university, in the college, and they don't know how to do and how to apply their knowledge in clinical set.
Yeah. So scope of practice, is that just basic refractions, eye exams, things like that in Italy?
Not even, no. Only physics and very initial knowledge about refraction, but they don't do a lot of refraction. You need another course to do that. Also, when you go out from the college of university, the university optometry, you don't have enough knowledge in refraction and contact lenses, and you need more courses on that. So students finishing from the university college need to do extra courses to know more about contact lenses and refraction.
Yeah. So when they do the extra course, where do they work? Are they working in hospitals? Are they working in private practice? Are they corporate setting? What is the
in optic shop?
Just optical shops. And what are some corporate players in Italy? Is it Exotica? I mean, I know Exotica headquarters is there. Is that the major corporate player?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The corporate player, like a corporate opticals. It's Luxottica. I know is based in Italy. Is that they have a large footprint there in Italy?
Oh, they are small practices. They are not so big. They're very small, and everyone can manage as he can or she can. So, yeah.
Okay. Does Luxottica have optical shops like we have here, like lens crafters and stuff like that in Italy, or
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
what are the names of those? Are they how do they brand them in Italy?
Optics.
Just they just call them optics. That's it. Oh, okay. Is there other ones that are there? I know Grand Vision was a huge footprint in Europe, and now they got bought out.
We have changed. We have large change of optics. Yeah, they are different than the small optical shop. We have different chains.
Can you give us some names of those chains, or?
Salmoiraghi Vigano. So many. I don't know now. No, I can't remember their name. There are several around Italy.
Yeah. And those doctors are employed at those locations, correct?
Yeah.
They'll do refractions and things like that. Okay. Yeah, just trying to see what the how it's different from here in the US. What I found is that a lot of the optical shops in all over the world, doctors are employed. Where here in the US, we have the ability to kind of like rent our own space and have our own business within that. So just curious to see what optometry is like there. And now how did you get into your passion for specialty contact lenses? Because you do a lot and you really, have achieved a lot within that specialty.
So just before telling this, I personally have an optical shop to have my optometrist practice. So I have my optical shop at the first floor, then my optometrist practice, my optometrist practice in the first one. I know different optometrists, they have only optometric practices. However, it's not their own and main financial income for them. So they may be teachers of optometry or optics in private or the university, plus they may have this private practice. However, you cannot do only optometry in Italy. Unfortunately, you cannot have enough outcome from that. Also because people don't know the optometry. What is the difference between an optician, an optometrist, and an ophthalmologist? So they are confused. I have my passion for contact lenses, specialty contact lenses, not general contact lenses, from specialty contact lenses already from my optometry school. We started to study many things on specialty, but we didn't have enough information on that. So I thought that was interesting, and that was a meaningful purpose for me to become an optometrist. So I started to study on my own, so to do research on the literature, to learn more about the specialty contact lenses. And when I started that, scleral lenses did not even exist. That we had the PMMA scleral lenses, but not the modern scleral lenses. So it was only corneal lenses, ortho K lenses, and the hybrid lenses, and regular corneas, and ocular surface diseases, to try to resolve them with the specialty contact lenses. And I started everything on myself. We didn't have enough information in our courses.
Yeah, that's great. And then how do you continue to stay above the learning curve here and everything that changes? I mean, I'm sure it's your passion for specialty lenses and things like that, but doctors that kind of want to, get started and feel uncomfortable, let's say, about scleral lenses, what are some pointers that you can tell them just to kind of get started?
Just start. If you feel that you can give your contribution to your patients, just start doing it. Don't be afraid of problems or errors or complications. You will learn from that. They will be your teacher. I didn't have anyone teaching me scleral lenses or ortho-k lenses or any kind of contact lenses. I learned on myself, and they are fortunate now. Actually, now they want to start something, scleral lenses or other specialty contact lenses. They are so fortunate because the literature has so many resources. We have so many webinars on the online. So yeah, maybe before starting applying these, they have to follow these webinars and have more information and enough information as much as they can do, and just start and apply. And the first time that you will apply, it will be your, yes, as you every first time, so you will never forget it, and you will continue to learn, you will continue to grow. And I'm actually continuing to learn because I'm still we don't get at the maximum of learning curve. The learning curve is, it's not a curve, it's a line. So you need to go and continue to ride that line. So
That's
definitely.
right. Leaders continue to grow. You are definitely a leader in the industry. A lot of people look up to you. A lot of women look up to you as well because you've achieved a lot, and you have a lot of leadership positions. But now you're kind of giving back. You're doing this Glow program. Can you give us a little bit of information on how that got started? Who else is involved? I know there's some big players in the industry, women that are involved in this, and then also now the the event that you have in Spain coming in June.
So yeah, I had the idea to have some support because I had different difficulties in becoming an independent optometrist and independent mind thinking in Italy. Maybe because I was a woman, I am a woman, and I had so many difficulties. I'm still having difficulties with different colleagues who are not only men but also women. And I thought that um, I don't know, maybe my past allowed me to fight for that and to still realize what I wanted to realize in my life. And when I realized that this was not only my problem, that was a problem for so many women in Italy, I started a group on Facebook called Optometria Femminile. So it was female optometry in Italian language. And that was very well welcomed from my wonderful friends, optometrists, American optometrists. And then we started, they asked me, why would we expand this group to international audience? So we did change the name into Global of Optometry Women, Optometrist Women. And then we noticed that that would exclude some women working in the industry. So that's why we now decided to call it Global Ophthalmic Women, to include everyone who is in the eye care and also the industry. So Glow has the aim to support women in all the world, whatever their culture is, whatever their difficulties is, just to support one another and grow as not only optometrists, because I know that women optometrists in Italy have the percentage much more larger than men optometrists, but in the leadership and in the highest level of leaders, there are only men. Women disappear. So if we are in percentage more, why they are disappearing as we get at the leader?
That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. We did with Wu University Elevating Women, did a lecture on that, and yeah, even here in the U.S., we're graduating class almost 70% female, and we have a lot of females, and but leadership, there's a huge leadership gap, right?
Yeah.
And we even did like research on wage gap as well. And yeah, there isn't. And so it's how do we as women, work together to promote other women to have these leadership positions? And because if there isn't anyone up there, there's nobody to kind of lift you up, right? I say it's a sponsor. If there's a sponsor, then someone can say, hey, I think Daddi would be great for this position. I'm going to vouch for her. I'm going to go to bat for her and think, because I think she's got good leadership skills. I think she has right intentions for optometry, for this organization, whatever the case is. Because they say, because they say, I see myself in her or whatever. And in the US here, sometimes too, women are limited by certain beliefs, saying like, they have children, so it might be hard to have this position, that. See your reaction. But it is great to see that. I mean, just to kind of bring that. And I would assume, I'm not saying, but I would assume that because I've been to Greece numerous times, almost 30 times already now. I know what it's like in Europe and some biases. So I think it's even harder, I think, in Europe for, to have that perception of working mom or something like that, or in the leadership position. It's a little easier here in the US, but there's still some biases. But I applaud you for kind of really combating them and trying to help women in Italy, but all over the world come together. Because I mean, there's some great with this event. There's some really strong leadership women leader in the industry in different specialties and things like that. And recognize it, because it really elevates all of us. And there's a huge leadership gap, and there's so much that we can do, that we can accomplish together, and elevate each other, right? So
yeah, definitely. So I'm traveling a lot currently for your school. So every each weekend I'm out, and I frequently. Well, depends on the country I go. I hear someone telling me, "So your children, they are abandoned. You abandoned your children. You are abandoning your children to do this." Well, I'm not actually abandoning my children. My children are with their dad. So I don't think that people would do the same comment if some man optometrist going around and telling them you are abandoning your children because they are only with their moms. So yeah,
correct.
we still have a huge gap, and working on that, working on, so just not to be and to be afraid, or to be to condition your work, or your dreams, or you, what do you want to realize in life, from what other people would comment and would consider you. So just the way, um, don't worry about what they will do, but because I think that you will have always some bad comments on what do you do, just because you are a woman. So just don't care and go for it. Yes, I see between myself and my other friends in US, there is a huge difference in considering leadership. We have so lack in leadership in lifting and in educating you, and in telling you how to best do your leadership duties. So definitely.
Yeah, and so I think that's what brought on you kind of bringing this event together. So tell me about this event that's going on in Spain. Some key doctors that are speaking. What the program agenda is like for doctors that
So
want to join.
Glow, Glow is we are different. I'm not the only one, of course. We have Kristen Sint, Luis Crafani, Karen Carschio, Karen Delas, Melissa Bonnet, and Patricia Flores from Peru. So we have different backgrounds, different experiences. We get together to organize this event and to help each other's. Of course, we have we are very very related as friend, but what we would like to have is to increase our connections and our yeah our to get much more people involved, and to lift other women, American, European, and everyone is facing some difficulties just because they are women. We decided to develop from a small group to have this meeting. We are doing this meeting not only to get together and celebrate our success, not our as Glow organizing committee, but other people's success. But we are inviting key opinion leaders in their field. So we are used to have our key opinion leaders in the optometric field, but we are inviting like leadership educators, health health doctors, to explain what is the gap also in having treatment women between men. And we will have also scientific program. The leadership program will be held from Sherry Frank, who is a leader now. She is a woman. She is a wife. She is a mother, and now she is a grandmother. But mainly, she is a leadership and a trainer of leader for women. So she will follow all the leadership program. For the scientific program, we will have Kate Gifford. I will say some names that we know: Shalupal, Justin Sampson, and Melanie Fragoso, talking about myopia control and how women can make a difference in getting more awareness and resolving some issues related to myopia, and between myopia, the society, and get to have some results on this. And we have Sandra Block, who will talk about the women and the gap between the gender gap, not only in having health attention, but also how women have less opportunities in getting some leadership positions. So we have our program is so huge and covers so many topics on this.
It's a great event. It's great to bring all women all over the world together that are leaders and face different things, because there is this. So I applaud you and the other women for putting this together, and it's great to see that a lot of doctors signed up for it. But if doctors haven't signed up for it, they can go right to the website here down at the ticker, and you can register. There's still time to register. What a great event, and what a great vacation in Spain, right?
Yeah,
And it's
definitely.
right. You can take 2 weeks off because it's right before 4th of July, right? I mean, patients aren't coming in 4th of July week. I mean, let's be honest, right? So it's a great time to take 2 weeks off and enjoy, but also get some great education, connect with optometrists all over the world, and get some new friends too, and then also just join the Glow on Facebook as well, and connect throughout the year as well. And I wish you guys a lot of success with Glow, and I want to see it grow. And I'm happy to promote you guys and help it as well, because I think it's super important. I think it's a great initiative because we really don't see a lot of females in leadership positions. I know that here in the U.S., I'm sure it's super prevalent all over the world in different countries as well. And I think we can really make a big difference and help the next generation of optometrists. But also, I think we can also work together to help optometry scope expand too. You said before the conversation started live, you said that optometry works super hard in AOA with AOA here in legislative to do that. And I think we can also work together to help, optometry in different countries too, because I think my opinion is a lot of the corporate players, a lot of the industry is situated in Europe, all over the world. They're coming to the U.S. expanding, and they're making decisions on us. So they're going to say, well, in Europe, it's just a refraction. Why can't it be just a refraction here in the U.S.? So I think it should be super important that we all work together and do that. And I think an event like this really brings optometrists together.
Yeah, definitely. So we need to increase our potential and become as American, and not the opposite. American become as like the European optometrists. Definitely not. So you are the example. Maybe you are so far for us because you can do diagnosis. We don't pretend to do diagnosis, but to get some independence from all what is around us, optics and ophthalmology. So definitely you are an example, and you should maintain that, because it's not only for your European, you're an example for everyone in the world. So
It's
yeah,
everyone
thank you
over.
for all you did, and you are not fortunate for that. I should say you fought for that, you wanted that, and you were so resilient and determined in your scope, and you get to that. What we need to do the same thing, and you did it in a scientific approach and not in a political approach. So also this is an example for everyone, for every optometrist, to do the same thing.
Yes. Thank you so much, Daddi, for joining us today. You're such an inspiration. It's such an honor to have you on. It's great to see females all over the world killing it, and you're doing it, and you're also bringing people up with you, which is a true leader. So thank you so much for joining. I hope others get some inspiration out of this. And if they're not able to join this year for the GLOW event, I'm sure there's going to be other GLOW events throughout the years.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.